Hey everyone, so we are back for a new training vlog. Today, I'm going to continue on my my jackpot challenge 777. Well, actually, I try to validate with each of my clubs a 7 meter of dispersion. This is a challenge that I've talked in previous video where this is a challenge that my coach gave me where I want to make my training more interesting, so I asked him to give me some challenge, and this is the one he gave me. And so what I want to do is not just validate, but having that as part of my training. Well, I realized that's important because it forced me to focus on getting the ball where I want. And so even if I validate a club, so the main thing is for validate the challenge, I need to do it once with every club. It doesn't matter how many attempts I do that. But for me, I really try. I will not focus too much on the clubs that I have already validated, but I will try at each session to actually redo the whole challenge to make sure I'm consistent and I'm not just validate. I'm able to do it over and over and over, and this is become in a way that it's become the way I train. I arrive on the range before I do anything else. I validate this. And so this is I think I'm going to incorporate that in my game from now on, but now I still need to validate. And so far, in the last session, we validate the lob wedge and gap wedge. For one shot, we wasn't able to validate, I wasn't able to validate my pitching wedge and my 8-iron. But today we are going to do the other clubs, the 9-iron, 7, 5, and 3 wood, and we'll see how it goes. And also, as I said in my previous video, I'm going to try to improve my backswing to get more accurate and so on by trying to cup my left wrist, as well as with my iron. I'm rotating externally my arm, so I'm cupping my wrist, so it's going to open the club face enormously, and hopefully with my iron getting in the right plane. And on the opposite side, cupping my left wrist, but externally rotating my left arm in order to get the club in the right plane. And I think having this is not just cupping the wrist, it's also like pushing with the left arm to cup the wrist and opening the club face. But if I'm doing it with my right arm over my left, with my wood, this is, I think, going to put the club in the right plane without opening too much the club face. Anyway, so this is what I'm going to focus on during this session, and we'll see how it goes.
Saw the city passing by my window. Was in the crowd, but I felt so alone. Looked at my phone like every other second. My future was blurry and numb, a tunnel where there's no light. Oh, but then you came and sat right next to me. Your eyes, they glowed and filled me up. We had never met before that time, but I just knew that we'd end up. You took it, you took it, took away my loneliness. Oh, I know it, I know it. You're making me wholehearted. Together, together, together is always better. I don't want to be parted. You're making me wholehearted. You're making me wholehearted. We jumped off the subway leading nowhere. Your warm hands rubbed off the cold around me. I heard you say that everything is alright, but how did you know how I felt? You saw right through me that day. I was lost in space, but you pulled me down and wiped away those cloudy thoughts. I could see the sky when you were close to me. I can't believe what you brought. You took it, you took it, took away my loneliness. Oh, I know it, I know it. You're making me wholehearted. Together, together, together is always better. I don't want to be parted. You're making me wholehearted. You're making me wholehearted. I will always remember it. How you turned everything around. I will always remember it. How you got me off the battleground. How you got me off the battleground. Yeah. You took it, you took it, took away my loneliness. Oh, I know it, I know it. You're making me wholehearted. Together, together, together is always better. I don't want to be parted. You're making me wholehearted. You're making me wholehearted.
Nobody needs to know. Surrender to the grief. Nobody needs to know. Let go. Stir it up, create rings. We make something out of nothing. If you believe, hold on tight. Scream into the night. Make it all glow. Dress up inside. You're part of the rainbow. It's your right. Trauma in every cell. No wonder why we dwell. Medicine don't stand a chance as we dance. Lay down, bend on giving. I'll take your skin. Naked among them sins. Let go of what has been. Make it all glow. Dress up inside. You're part of the rainbow. It's your right. dress up inside. You're part of the rainbow. It's your eyes. Now let it all show. Pave the way for the ones behind. Be the sun, not a gray cloud. Stand out. I said, be the sun, not a gray cloud. Stand out.
I'm writing you a letter, I hope it reaches you. I know it's been a long time since you heard from me. I'm still kicking around here in Tennessee. I heard you got a new place, I heard you got a new job, I heard you got a haircut, and it looks real nice. Are you ever lonely? Do you ever think of me? I heard you got a new man, I hope it treats you right. And before you toss this letter away, there's something that I've got to say. An aeroplane shooting across the sky can surely take your body to a new place for a while. But some things stay no matter where you go. Do you still love me, Liza, babe? Please tell me yes or no. When the world turns ugly, we turn inside, try to find a good thing we can stand behind. All my friends tell me she's the one that got away, but you never left me like a ghost you stay. There's nothing else worth thinking of when you find the one you love. An aeroplane shooting across the sky can surely take your body to a new place for a while. But some things stay no matter where you go. Do you still love me, Liza, babe? Please tell me yes or no.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know, if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down. Jumping from cliffs so high, trusting our wings to fly. Sometimes we're crashing down, but we get up and start from the ground. And I really wanna know, if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down, even if the sky is falling down, yeah. The sky is falling down. Even if the sky is falling down, even if the sky is falling down, yeah. The sky is falling down.
let your body go. Hungry heart, it's not easy to start over. I've been there a couple of times, starting over. Know that when the night comes over you, rushes into you will shed that skin. Oh, it feels like a long run uphill. Just stay still. Take the smallest breaths, the shortest steps. It's enough. Take it easy and let your feelings out. Don't push them aside. Don't hide. Know that when the night comes over you, rushes into you will shed that skin. Oh, it feels like a long run uphill. Just stay still.
I saw the city passing by my window. Was in the crowd, but I felt so alone. Looked at my phone like every other second. My future was blurry and numb. A tunnel where there's no light. Oh, but then you came and sat right next to me. Your eyes, they glowed and filled me up. We had never met before that time, but I just knew that we'd end up. You took it, you took it, took away my loneliness. Oh, I know it, I know it. You're making me wholehearted. Together, together is always better. I don't want to be parted. You're making me wholehearted. You're making me wholehearted. We jumped off the subway leading nowhere. Your warm hands rubbed off the cold around me. I heard you say that everything is alright, but how did you know how I felt? You saw right through me that day. I was lost in space, but you pulled me down and wiped away those cloudy thoughts. I could see the sky when you were close to me. I can't believe what you brought. You took it, you took it, took away my loneliness. Oh, I know it, I know it. You're making me wholehearted. Together, together is always better. I don't want to be parted. You're making me wholehearted. You're making me wholehearted. I will always remember it. How you turned everything around. I will always remember it. How you got me off the battleground. How you got me off the battleground. Yeah. You took it, you took it, took away my loneliness. Oh, I know it, I know it. You're making me wholehearted. Together, together is always better. I don't want to be parted. You're making me wholehearted. You're making me wholehearted.
Nobody needs to know. Surrender to the grief. Nobody needs to know. Let go. Stir it up, create rings. We make something out of nothing. If you believe, hold on tight. Scream into the night. Make it all glow. Dress up inside. You're part of the rainbow. It's your right. Trauma in every cell. No naked among them sins. Let go of what has been. Make it all glow. Dress up inside. You're part of the rainbow. It's your eyes. Now let it all show. Pave the way for the ones behind. We'll be the sun, not a gray cloud. Stand out. Oh, be the sun, not a gray cloud. Stand out and make it all glow. Dress up inside. You're part of the rainbow. It's your eyes. Now let it all show. Pave the way for the ones behind. Be the sun, not a gray cloud. Stand out. I said, be the sun, not a gray cloud. Stand out.
So, how did the session work? Very interesting, actually. I implement the left wrist cut and the extension of the right arm, so that was very interesting. But it didn't fix everything. I still have those little waggle at the top of my backswing, and I think it comes to something I just understood with my woods and my long iron. So let's talk about that just after. So it went really well with the wedges. I started having really good sensation. Also, I think I started also to be a lot more lag because I was feeling my posture was changing as I was doing. It's something that you may know or not, but while your posture, your setup is getting better or worse or anything, is because you're subconsciously adapting to what you are doing in your swing to facilitate. The subconscious always try to facilitate what you are trying to do, and generally I tend to stand a little bit more upright and not really having a good posture. What I want is really getting a straight back and getting on top of the ball and so on. And I was subconsciously feeling that consciously feeling that my subconscious was working toward that, and so that was really good feeling. And I think this is because by doing the motion that I did, I was actually created more lag, and because I'm creating more lag, I need to be more closer to the ball, because otherwise I'm going to miss it. Where before, because I was releasing too early, I had to stay away from the ball, because if I didn't, I was going to hit fat contact. So very interesting. It's probably I think it's working in the right direction. And in terms of dispersion with the shorter club, with the level 1 swing, no problem. It went pretty well. I validate every club. I even though I already validated the lob wedge and gap wedge, I validate them again. And my 9 iron also, no problem. I think I had to do twice, two attempts in order to validate perfectly. But then the longer iron, this is where things get tricky. In last session, I was just all over the place and really struggled to find a way to get consistent. So I implemented the left wrist, and but it wasn't feeling good enough. I was still feeling weird. I haven't find a way to get good sensation. I tried to fade the ball, because I tend to, during the session, to push a lot the ball. So I tried just to fade it in order to get my pass a little bit more left. But that's not what I want. What I want is a slight push draw, where really what I want to feel with every single one of my club is actually my left leg pushing down to the ground and my left arm pulling towards the target. Because this is the motion that I feel is getting the most consistency at impact. Because in order to be consistent at impact, you need to create force in the right direction on the club, so it is stable. This is not the way it generates the more speed. The more speed is generated by just letting the club go as fast as possible in the ball. But in terms of consistency, this is the move. That doesn't mean I'm not going to be able to generate speed, because by doing it the right way, borderline between the two, the closer I'm reaching the edge between the two, the more speed I will be able to get. But anyway, so I implement this left read, and it felt really hard. And then I realized, oh, okay, I just do my takeaway, and then I get the feeling is like I'm falling toward my right side. It's like I'm not continuing to do a backswing. The motion that I do is actually directly transition to move down. So I'm doing my takeaway, and directly this is the transition toward the impact, toward the delivery point. Actually, the idea is just to bump my hips. This is the result, but the feeling that I get is actually I'm falling on my right side, and then I'm doing the motion with my arms that I've talked earlier, as well as pushing towards the right, as I said, with to generate the right forces, and it's improved. It felt better. The flow of the swing was also better, but it's like doing the motion with opening my left wrist and extending my right arm, my left arm is almost too much for my longer iron, from 7 to 4 and 3 iron. So I start to think that maybe I should try to do this exact motion with my wedges, because in the past I did change because I wasn't able to get the zero club pass that I want, but actually currently with what I want to do, because pushing with your left leg into the ground and pulling with my left arm towards the target, as I want to do, what I figure out is the ideal combination of club pass and swing gear is roughly a club pass that is 3 degrees in to out. and the club face that is about 1 degree open. Where if I'm less than that, I tend to push the ball. The main reason is a club that is a club pass that is perfectly zero will have that's easier to have a straight your straight club face is going to match the club pass. So this is basically for zero angle of attack. Everything's match. But if you want to have to pull the club, so a zero a club face that is zero and a club pass that is zero, you need the exact amount of pushing and pulling in the at impact, exact amount. Where I want me a little bit more pulling than pushing into at impact, because this is the motion that is actually stabilizing the club face at impact. And to do that, I need to drag with my grip to drag the club and having the club face that is closing. And when you do that, the club face is a little bit shut compared to the club path. And what I found out is if I'm less than 2 degrees, the club face is not moving enough inside compared to my swing gear, and so it's not able to close soon enough, and therefore I'm pushing the ball, or even if I'm reaching 1.5 degree of club pass, that's not enough, and my club face tend to arrive open, and I slice the ball. So this is really, I really need to be above 2 degrees and ideally 3 degrees of club pass. And so if I do that, so I'll come back to why. If I do that with previously I was just focusing on my zero club pass, but now that I need a little bit more inside out club pass to do exactly what I want, it kind of makes sense to come maybe come back to what I used to actually shift what I do, where I'm doing what I do with my longer iron, I do it with my short, and with my longer iron I have to maybe I just do a very neutral swing. What I mean by that is when I do my takeaway with the let's put it in the way I want to do things. With my wedges, which was what I was doing with my my longer iron, so I do my takeaway the same with every club, but with my shorter iron I push my left arm and open my wrist like this, so this shallows the club and allow to come more on top when I come back down at impact, which was what I was doing, as I said previously, with my longer iron. Now with my longer iron, what I will do is I don't do anything. Maybe that's going to be easier to understand if I compare to what I do with driver, with the woods. With the wood, I do the opposite. Instead of pushing my left arm and opening my wrist, I'm cupping my wrist, but on the other side. And the idea is maybe with the iron, I just do nothing. I just swing through. I falling into my right side and then pulling with my left arm. And basically with the wedges, the driver, and so on, this is kind of the same motion, but because I'm doing something different with my left wrist and left arm, it's going to feel a little bit different, and so I'm going to have to do some slight adjustment, like probably with my woods having my feeling a very differential that is creating between my upper body and lower body, so I'm able to actually keep my club face more in front, and having this across the line motion that I want at the top of my backswing, where with the wedges, I should feel an impact that the club is coming a little bit over the top while I'm pushing in order to compress the ball. So that kind of the subtleties. But what I like about that is it make my swing, it make my system simpler. And a quote that I think it's Bruce Lee that says that, but or maybe I don't know, but. This is a quote about perfection, and I'm a perfectionist, so I guess this is what I like to do. Perfection is reached when there is nothing left to remove. It's not about adding, it's about removing what's unnecessary, keeping what's necessary, and keep on going on this process until there is nothing left to remove. And so here, because the way I swing with my wedges is really different, maybe I will keep this motion because it's very interesting. It allows me to come really over the top a lot, but maybe I can have a general motion and just switching or having 3 positions with my left arm at the end of my after my takeaway. So it's adapt on each club. Yes, and that's much simpler. So if it's true, if it's working, I think I'm going to go in the right direction. But I really struggle with the woods, especially to fall back into my left side. That's not what I'm used to do. What I'm used to do is having my upper body coming a little bit forward. That's why I do my wiggle at the top of my backswing. I need to work on that and really, it's going to help me extend my left side through impact. Also, this is an issue that I have. Anyway, I'm start rambling, but yeah, very interesting. I'm really thrilled with this challenge. It excites me a lot. It's helped me focusing on the right things. That's great. That's awesome. And yeah. I can't wait for the next session. So thanks you for watching, and I see you next time.